Welcome back, guys. Um, I'm just. I've done the best I could for that song. I'm just going to stick with rank A for the time being that I got. Um, there's too much notes that are going by you so fast, and I don't have a second person to do the right trigger or the left trigger while I do the other trigger in order to get that song to a star. Um, so rank A is good enough for me. I mean, I was trying my best to get to a star ranking, but there's it's too fast to do it with one person. Even if you go to spot 2. I mean, you can write on the comments like, "Oh, you're just quitting," like, "Oh, you're doing this." You'll see for yourself if you try it. I mean, you've seen it firsthand about it. But but anyway, we're going to continue the storyline. That's more important. And we're here at the Veil to figure out what's going on.
To the wisdom of the planet, it is boundless and infinite. And we
may the planet guide us all. May the planet guide us
by the light of the festival.
Fellow Bugenhagen has forbidden anyone from entering.
Well, you can tell Mr. Fellow Bugenhagen that it told me to come here. Look. Right here.
At least
Hearken to the wisdom of the planet. It is found within the soil beneath our feet. The trees from which it...
Oh, great mother.
The birds which nestle in their boughs. May the planet guide us.
You've come to the canyon on a very good day.
may the planet guide us all.
That flame has been burning since...
Oh, wait, no sense.
May the planet guide us all.
May the planet guide us all.
Okay.
Hearken to the wisdom of the planet. It is boundless and
We yearn to chase the horizon. Embrace exploration.
We are simply song born of one. All the time I've spent here.
A seminar is in progress.
Blessings of the planet. Our planetologist. Might I suggest observing the River of Light ceremony instead? You would be more than welcome to do so.
I think meditation has really helped.
Groceries. And today, it's so great learning about
The planet speaks to
with boundless.
Barrett already talked to you.
Since you...
We yearn to chase the horizon.
We need only a...
Feel the energy of all.
I I hope you'll learn as much as you can.
At our very least, we'll come to terms.
Just as all things begin.
No matter where you stand, you can feel the breeze.
The planet's grace and I'm gonna become. After receiving
Okay, I don't know where.
I can't even. I have no words.
blessings of the planet be upon your cooking.
Excuse me, guys.
Look at these rock formations.
There's
Good, look at those rock formations.
Since time immemorial, these sacred lands have been rich in spiritual energy to pass through the
Tell me, is it better to spread the tea?
Within you all are the planet's thoughts.
Put your faith in our great.
I already went to that guy
He will
earlier.
never forsake us. Never abandon
We can't get
us.
to that spot yet for the. Let's see what these guys are about.
Ah, not so fast. Sorry, but you see, this is where we keep all our valuables. Ah, not so fast. Sorry, but visitors aren't allowed in here. You see, this is where we keep all our valuables.
Well, okay.
Only those who have the key, as well as fellow Bugenhagen's permission, are allowed inside.
Well, howdy doody to you too.
If we've anything to fear, it is not our fellow man, nor any creature big or small, with whom we share our home. It is that which comes from beyond the pond.
Oh, these are the friends I was talking about.
Thank you for looking after Namaki. My name is Bugenhagen. I teach planetology here in the canyon. One could say I know a thing or two about our world.
A thing or two? I doubt there's a thing or two you don't know about it.
Well, it might seem that way to a child like yourself.
I'm not a child anymore. I'm 48.
40 what?
Namaki here has a long life ahead of him. In human terms, I would say he's about 15 or 16 years old.
That's more than old enough. I can protect our Vale and everyone in it. Which is more than I can say for my good-for-nothing father.
Speaking of the members of our little community, have you announced your return to one and all, Namaki?
Not yet. Be right back.
But where are my manners? Please, come in and have a look around.
If we've anything to fear, it is not our fellow man, nor any creature big or small, with whom we share our home. It is that which comes from beyond the confines of this world, that which disrupts the natural order, the other which may attempt to claim and consume the planet. And so I bid you, her children, to join.
That's a scale model of our planet and the surrounding stars. One could say the dust it's collected represents the people who live upon it.
We've all been worried sick about Nanaki, fellow Bugenhagen chiefly among us.
You recognize that little scamp? I'll have you know that in his childhood, Nanaki was quite a handful.
The stars have taught us countless lessons over the years.
Nanaki never had much exposure to the outside world. I can only hope that is one of the first Mako detectors ever built. Though I suspect it can't detect much now.
It was going off. When I was near it, though.
That right there is a type of a current generator. It harnesses the power of the wind to produce new airflows of its own. Perhaps you've encountered them before during your travels.
I don't know if I have or not.
Here we seek to gather the wisdom of the planet.
That records fluctuations in various energies. I must ask that you handle it with care. It's a rather delicate device, you see.
I never thought you could become even more enchanting.
While that may appear to be little more than a glistening mineral at a glance, it is in fact a crystallized collection of our planet's memories.
Cross my heart.
Those devices are testing the pull of gravity.
Here.
We seek to gather the wisdom of the planet.
We've all been worried sick about Nadaki, fellow Bugenhagen chiefly among us.
The lights we observe here have traveled to us from the far reaches.
Mind your manners in front of fellow Bugenhagen.
Oh, you won't find a larger telescope on the planet. With it, you can see to the edge of the galaxy. There's no better view of the stars than through this scope. But the lens could do with some cleaning. My apologies.
The lights we observe here have traveled to us from the far reaches of time and space. To gaze at the stars is to gaze into their past, what they once were, eons ago.
Nothing is as beautifully complex as the...
The lights we observe here have traveled to us from the far reaches of...
That again, huh?
That's...
The planet crying out. A sorrowful dirge indeed. One I've heard all too often of late. This tubing allows us on the surface to hear the inner voice of the planet.
What we just heard didn't come from the planet, though. That was definitely the voice of a weapon.
You seem awfully sure of yourself, miss.
Because we saw them, with our own eyes. Two, in the Corel and Gungaga reactors. They were loud and huge.
A fascinating account, were it true. However, Such grand delusions could be a sign of Mako poisoning. Do see a doctor.
Excuse me?
Oh. Yes. That would do them some good. Judging from everything you've said, the three of you are unfamiliar with basic planetology. But it is never too late to learn. Please, come with me.
But she's not lying.
I present to you our planetarium. While the Shinra building features the latest iteration, this particular one is my original design. Now then, without further ado,
You guys hear that?
Wow.
this is only the beginning.
A shooting star!
Planetology is not simply the study of the cosmos and the celestial bodies that dwell in it. Rather, it is a quest to comprehend the cyclical nature of life. Behold, the planet we call home. It was from its soil, so teeming with life, that mankind was born. And like all living things, man is fated to die. So, what happens next? The body withers and returns to the planet. But what of the mind, the spirit, the soul? Much like its former vessel, it too returns whence it came. To the great river where all intertwine and circle the planet without end. A cycle of continuous convergence and divergence. The ceaseless ebb and flow that is the life stream. An apt name, though it is as much a reservoir as it is a stream, being the sum of the planet's spiritual energy. It is the very essence of our star, the blood coursing through its planetary veins. And if ever that essence were to be entirely depleted, of course, these are but basic principles of planetology.
So you're saying that Mako is spiritual energy, which we're using up?
Just so. Siphoned from the planet and processed for industry, that energy can no longer fulfill its true purpose. It is fated to fuel man's machinery, then fade away.
Okay, but does it actually fade away? I mean, what if it doesn't? What if it just returns to the life stream in a different form? Is that possible?
A novel theory, suggestive of a lack of understanding. However, that can be overcome with time and education.
You rang?
Please escort this young lady to our seminar room, would you?
Right this way. Okay.
Hey, can I come?
Got a question. Planet runs out of energy. It and everything on it dies, right?
Yes.
There any way to avoid this? Like, making the spiritual energy stronger?
Why are you asking me such things? I'm sorry. I've come to realize that I'm somewhat stuck in the past. We've entered an era in which humanity exerts unprecedented influence over its environs. And as both the planet and society evolve, so too must science. And yet it seems that I cannot. Perhaps I'm much too old of a dog to learn any new tricks. Was my explanation of planetology not to your liking? Perhaps a seminar would provide a more agreeable experience.
Here we seek to gather the wisdom of the planet.
Thanks so much for taking such great care of Nanaki for us. Fellow Bugenhagen instructed me to let you take anything you think might prove useful on your journey. Check out the storeroom when you have a chance.
Right this way.
Okay. I was like, what?
Blessings of the planet upon you.
Bumblebee tuna.
Souls in wait.
It has been.
This village is lame. Did you know none of them? And don't get me started on the planetologists. Bunch of blowhards in love with the sound of their own voice.
So expensive.
If people everywhere resolve to not take her value.
Professor Gast.
Tell me.
I heard from fellow Bugenhagen. By all means, please come and join the seminar. Follow me if you would.
Which would you say is a more worthy pursuit?
They are both one and the same. Wouldn't you agree?
I ask you this: who among you has looked inward?
So many. Seminars. Where do I even start?
A seminar is in progress.
I've always been on the bigger side.
Blessings of the planet. Fellow Bugenhagen sent word that you might be joining us. You are more
My
than
old
welcome
man,
to do so.
he used to say it was a waste, me spending all my time indoors. According to him, a big kid like me was using...
What about you, miss? You must have a story to share. Please.
Me? Okay. Where to begin? I fell into the life stream. I don't have words to describe it, except beautiful, maybe? It was a lot to take in. Feelings of kindness washed over me. Long-forgotten memories came flooding back. It was a warm, comforting place. But there was also conflict. A war between the planet and its enemies. And we can't let them win. We need the planet, and it needs us. We have to rise up, fight back, defend it from this terrible threat. Thing is, I don't know how to do any of that. And I hoped you might have the answer. I'm not criticizing planetology or anything, and I'm not trying to scare anybody either. I just... You know... Never mind. This is all coming out wrong.
Please, do not be discouraged. Should you ever wish to try again, we would be more than happy to listen. What matters is that you keep challenging your beliefs. Stop doing that, and the answers will forever elude you. On that note, I think we should adjourn for the evening. The River of Lights is almost upon us, so let us head to the torch.
I'll see you at the festival.
There is no seminar being held here at the moment.
All the time I've spent here, it's so great learning about planet.
I ask you this. We yearn to chase the horizon.
Look at them, gathered around the fire. Just like us that day. Me and Mom and never mind. Just forget I said anything.
I'll lend an ear.
Whenever I think about my mom, my chest swells with so much pride, I feel like it'll burst. But when it comes to my dad, I just... Sorry, I can't. Still not ready. Sorry, I can't. Still not ready.
I had the pleasure of talking to a mentor. Said it was presumptuous of me to think I could save the planet. She decides her own fate, you see. As rain cleanses the skies, so too does she cleanse herself of filth. So what? We sit here and theorize while the planet rinses and repeats?
No, we fight, or nothing will change.
That's what I said. I knew you'd see it my way, Merc. Thanks.
Did I sound as awkward as I...
Felt for you. Never been that good with words, as you know.
We're just two peas in a pod, aren't we?
Put your faith in our great mother. So, I'm an ancient. As in, a steward of the planet. One of those ancients.
One of those.
Or, to be more precise, the only ancient. For the most part, it's been a source of pain. I've been held against my will. I've been watched. I've been ignored. Even hated. And it's been that way ever since I was little. My blood's been nothing but a curse. If I ever started to forget, something would remind me of what I was and bring me crashing back down to Earth. It was always the same. Time after time. I'd be shown a glimmer of hope, only to have it snatched away. I was never gonna be normal. That much was clear.
It's okay.
So my blood's been a curse, but it's also been a blessing. It's brought some wonderful people into my life, friends that I love. And for once, I think I'm okay. Happy even. And all that pain feels worth it. Even if I can't lead a normal life, there is one thing I can do. Return their kindness. And try to make the most of what I've been given.
There! It is time!
Whoa!
Pretty sappy, huh? Meant every word, though.
So, this is where you've been, Nanaki.
What's up?
There's something of great import I need to show you. And by that I mean all of you. Join me, would you? What did you all think of the River of Lights? For whatever reason, the ceremony has drawn a number of tourists to the Vale.
What a beautiful thing it is. I only wish that I had been afforded the opportunity to do so sooner. I hope you won't mind my mentioning, but I've observed that World Intel collection is stalled of late. I'm certain, however, a veteran mercenary like you would never abandon attack.
My heart goes out
I know
to
you must be
Aerith.
busy,
I can
but I'd
only
appreciate
imagine
your
how
help.
much-
For better or for worse, this world is a far place.
Don't let him get you down. You hear?
I'm glad to know that Aerith has friends like you to keep her company.
Well then, shall we proceed?
But I thought this door was...
Sealed so that none may enter? Why, yes, and by my own hand, no less. However, you've a trial to undertake.
I do?
If you wish to prove yourself and become a Watcher of the Veil, that is. I presume you are prepared?
Yeah.
I will also require your assistance in carrying out the trial. Much danger awaits within, and I wish to ensure his safety. When you're ready, simply say the word. Then off we go. Now we follow the cave where it leads, deep as it will take us. Has Nanaki told you anything about his parents yet?
Nope.
They were Watchers, both of them. But they couldn't have been any more different. When our village came under attack, my mother fought with courage, with honor. She faced the enemy and laid down her life to save us. My father, though, he turned tail and ran. He was a coward.
So then, you still haven't forgiven him?
Why would I?
I see. From this point onward, only two may proceed. He who shall undertake the trial, and his observer.
Who's gonna observe?
I'll do it.
That would render the trial meaningless. But if not him... Ah, you'll do nicely.
Me?
Him? Really?
At least pretend not to hate me.
Whenever you're ready.
Ready.
Okay, what do we have? Okay.
You gonna watch my back?
Yep. Burning holes in you right now.
What is this?
This is a place of deep sorrow. A place where those who have been sealed away are left to mourn their fates.
We got
Leave it to me!
You just float yourself up into another.
Bring it home!
Going to already.
Ready? Well, and that with me!
Count on me!
Ready?
Yeah.
There! Pile it on! Big mistake!
There you have it!
Monarchy, look here. Such walls should be well within your power to climb.
Okay. Well, this ain't a first.
This place is giving me the creeps.
Your discomfort is only natural. A fierce battle was waged here. And even after 45 years, the scars remain fresh.
What? You're saying the Gi managed to make it all the way up here?
Okay, somebody fill me in. Who are the Gi?
The tribe known to very few people outside of the Veil. The rest you will learn in due time. Of that you can be certain. For now, let us proceed.
You ready for some fun? Now! Try and stop me! Gotcha! Bring it home! You ready for some fun? Sorry! Try and stop me! Only one winner!
I only got 2 legs here, you know. Hey, where'd you run off to? Damn if that doesn't look convenient. Yeah! Come get some!
Look out! Sorry! Pile it on! Look out! The Watcher's work is never done.
What the? Guys, I'll see you in the next video.